that blue white bitch on detox, feeling teapot, 2 left feet, them Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat. My got a bitch skip hip, popping in my Reeboks. Talking about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salid, not that booty. I need that, I need that, I need that. Blue white bitch on detox, feeling teapot, 2 left feet, them Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat. My got a bitch skip hip, popping in my Reeboks. Talking about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salid, not that booty. I need that, 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 I need that. Blue white bitch on detox, feeling teapot, 2 left feet, them Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat. My got a bitch skip hip, popping in my Reeboks. Talking about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salid, not that booty.
Could've been certain, could've been a G. Should've never switched right to police. Now they're looking at you funny when you're walking down the street, looking at me like fool, trying to see what they can do. Me, I'm like, wallow with you, with the you don't really wanna actually behave. Whenever on stage and the million gets made. I need that, 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 I need that.
As always, credit to Mike. This is round 6 of Tier 1 around the Shanghai circuit. We have a sprint weekend, as you can see on the calendar. There we go. We are currently at round number 6. This is a week later than the calendar says. We had a little week break due to circumstances. We are now in round 6. We have a sprint. Next week we have Monaco, which is going to be a demanding one. But we are looking forward to the sprint race. We are going to run through our championship standings for Tier 1. So this is the top of the standings of what they are looking like. We have James Stoss winning the championship so far, 221 points in the Red Bull. We have P2 of Rels with 182. P3 of Ted, who was unfortunately dropped in a reserve after this race with 176 points. We have Joe Rendell, who is back racing now. He wasn't before. He had a few wheel problems and he's back. 156 points for him. We got Vizian behind with 148 in the Alpine. And we have Infinity about 20 points back in P6. Then 2 points off him. We have Expo in P7. In the Williams, we have LX Tractor in P8 for number 8 in with 116 points. We have Caliboy, Joe's teammate, in P9 with 108 points. And we also have Raw Rinzen rounding off our top 10 with 96 points in the Sauber. This is the bottom half of the standings of what they are looking like. There we go. So we got Ollie in P11 with 92 points. We've got Mr. Robert, the reserve, who was also racing today with 88 points. Ferret in P13 in the Red Bull. Obviously the championship leader James Stoss's teammate with 86 points. Chris Downs in the Ferrari with 74. We've got Harry Hale in P15 with 70. It also known as Brock Lesnar. Big Blondie, P16 with 66 points. Madge in P17. Then we've got Jack in P18. Gav P19. That is Ev in P20. Lily P21. Gibby 22nd. Meldrum P23. And Ewan rounding off our championship standings with 1 point in P24. And we will look to the constructors, then we will get into some racing action for spring qualifying. It's got Mercedes leading the way by 3 points on Red Bull. Then we got McLaren in P3 with 272 points. We got Aston Martin in P4. Then it drops to Alpine and Williams, pretty close behind, about 10 points between them two. Sauber P7 with 184. Very close to Racing Bulls, about 2 points in that. Then we got Ferrari in no man's land, 122 points, and then we got, rounding out our constructors, we got Haas with 25 points. So that is your constructors, as we are going to look towards the race. Yeah, I'm ready.
Obviously, as always, we run on board. No, that's not echo, please. Thank you. Right, didn't need that. So had someone do a Michael Jackson impression. Right, Lily is out first, so we will run on board with Lily. Lily loves being out first. I feel like we run on board with Lily every single week. We are on the road to 100 followers now. We just hit the landmark of 50, so every follow counts. So if you haven't already, make sure you drop a follow to all of our socials, Slipstream Site League, on YouTube, Twitch, of course, which you are watching on now, TikTok, and Instagram. Follow your latest updates on the league. We've just acquired a new Sunday league, which is running in the next couple of weeks. We also have a Wednesday league, which just had round one. It's also up on the Twitch, if you want to go and have a little watch back. It was a great race, actually, around this exact track. As we watch Lily come on the final corner, start her lap. Let's run on board. Seeing we've got 2 new followers, Jimmy Boy and CJ Plays. Thank you a lot for them follows. That's much appreciated. Says you're on the first couple of corners. Trying to save as much battery as you can for the long straight in Sector 3. We run now into turn 6. We've got a few cars up ahead, so hopefully they get out the way of Lily. Try and get a good exit for the run to turn 7, completely flat out. You're in the road. You are Chris Downs. Just figured that one out. Cheers for the follow, bro. Alright, on the exit of turns 10 and 11. Get a good run into turn 12. Into turn 11, actually. And corner name is wrong, which is brilliant. Exit turn 13, it's crucial you do get a good exit. Gonna have a little bit of a tow for Lily here, off the Alpine. Not sure who it is. Lily's going to love that tow down the straight, as you can see. We've got 2 Mercedes scobbling as Lily rounds a final turn to the line to set our benchmark. It is going to be a 35-2. So there's a car going to the line there in the Alpine. Actually, starting a lap. Let's have a look around. Tractor sets a 33.9 on the mediums. Yes, this is a big top air actually. Tyre allocations. It is pretty tough to call. Here comes James to the line, also on the mediums. 32.9 on mediums. What a sweat! What a sweat! That was what we were seeing by Sam in Tier 2 actually earlier on today. So we're going to run on board with Caliboy, run to the line. What's it going to be for the McLaren? It's going to be a 34 flat, which puts him into P3 provisionally. Got another car to the line. Starting their lap, as also is Sauber. We've got Ted on lap as well. I'm not too sure if he just started. Oh, we got James Stoss's #1 fan in the chat once again. Good to see you, my friend. Watch Meldrum in Sector 2. You've become a regular on the Twitch. I love to see it. Brilliant, man. I'm not too sure. Is that a... Should I know who you are? I'm not too sure who that is. You've been in every stream. It better not be James. I swear it gotta be all James. Okay, okay. No, you're not James Grace. What a lap from Meldrum. A 33.8 on the medium, so that puts him into P2. It's a very solid lap from our Haas driver. Let's run on board with the big boss man, Mr. Ferret. Not the wrestler, I mean... You definitely will laugh, oh god. Ev? Could you be Ev by chance? Ferret rounds the final corner. Never mind. He's definitely not him. Ferret to the line, 34.5. Could you be Mike? Who did the video? That's my other guess. We're basically playing Guess Who here. Robert goes P2. No, but close. God. If I'm close with Mike, who the hell could it be? I'm absolutely stumped. I can't lie, I don't know. I really don't know. Billy in at turn 12. On the exit of turn 13, down the long back straight, you've got plenty of battery to work with. The man yet to set a lap. His teammate Dexter Morgan, aka Rels. Rels had a little name change. Ted goes into P3, Robert's teammate for the Billy to the line. Going to put him in P with a 34 flat on the mediums. Not too shabby. Chris Downs on a lap, I think. Yeah. Shoots up in a P4 with a 33.8. Nice lap from the Ferrari driver. See who's on a lap or not. Billy's in the gravel. F1 Gav. Man himself. Let's have a little run on board with Gav. So this will be everybody's... Well, coming up to the last runs of quali now. Spring quali's pretty short, to be fair. Oh, no way! Oh, that's brilliant. I didn't expect that, actually. Fair play. Just got to go rounding turn 13. Down the long straight, he's used all of his battery. Coming to turn 14. Trying to take a little bit of the inside curb, get a good exit into the final corner. It's a very easy corner to invalidate on the exit as well. To the line for Gav. He's going to set a 34 flat, which is pretty relaxing actually for F1 Gav. Puts him into P9. I think he'll take that. Obviously, tyre allocation is tricky around here. If you want to go, it's very complicated with sprint weekend. I can't even get my head around it, to be fair. There's a lot of drivers on the mediums and softs. Basically, it just sets you up for for the whole weekend. Try and save a few good sets for the race. I think the race could be a two-stop for most drivers as well. I think in the sprint, drivers may opt for the mediums or the hards. Gibby goes P18 with a 35.7. Stepping in for Lamadok in the Williams. It's right on board with our reigning champion. Look at that, both RBs go 2 and 3. The father-son partnership really working well today. Our reigning champion, Mr. Exo Thunder, back racing after he has his wheel fixed. Let's hope anyway. I don't want to jinx anything. Commentator's curse is a running theme in this league. Round turn 8 we go, into the tricky turns 9 and 10. In that beautiful chrome McLaren livery. As Rels goes P2, about a 10th off James. It's a good lap from the Mercedes. Good last one there. Joe, the only driver not to set a lap. Obviously, just using one set of softs for his quali run. As he absolutely depletes his battery all the way down the back straight. Getting a little bit of a toe off that Williams there. We're looking at a pretty mixed up grid, I must say, as well as for tyres on the track. It's not ideal. Around the final corner we go with Joe. What is it going to be? It's going to be pole for the McLaren of Joe. Although, I do see Mr. James Stoss half a second up through the first two sectors, sorry. So this is going to be pretty close between these two. Incredible lap from Joe, though. I wouldn't matter too much. I think James might have this in the bag, actually. It's quite a lot up on his time. Just going to watch James around the final couple of corners now. Here he comes. Marco Rosso in a P8. Madge goes P2. Let's see who James can beat. There we go. James gets pulled by about 0.3 of a second. What a lap from James. A 32.3. That was incredible pace. I'm sure your mother will be very proud. Ferret is about 0.7 up, actually. As Mr. Robert splits Joe and James. Goes into P2 with a 32.5. Here comes Ferret on the final corner, on the softs now. Goes into P8. Good lap from Ferret. And that's going to round out sprint qualifying. Our pulls Mr. James Stoss. P2, Mr. Robert. P3 Joe, I think, can't remember who was P4. Madge lined up in P4. Rels with some good pace actually on the mediums, setting a 33 flat, which puts him into P5. We've got the father-son of Tractor and Blondie, P6 and 7. Ferret P8, we've got Viz in P9 in the Alpine. Marco Rosso setting a pretty decent time to put him into P10. Ted dropping a P11 on their mediums. Chris Downs in P12, Meldrum P13, Gav P14, then goes Caliboy, Infinity down in P16, and I'll be too happy with that. Expo P17, Rawrins in P18, and I think Lily and I'm missing one, Gibby. Lily and Gibby round out the grid. As we have a dry sprint race for once in Tier 2. We had an intermediate sprint. controller, make it work. Here we go. To 5 red lights for the sprint. It is lights out and we are underway, and we've got a few drive-throughs. Oh no. Ferret is absolutely zoomed up into P1. Looking down, we have Mr. Robert getting a move done on James Doss though. Just have a look towards the tyres. James has the inside line to the outside for turn 4. Joe and Madge side by side. Joe gets a move done on Madge. That is crucial for his race. James and Robert side by side. Oh, it's Rels actually. James and Rels side by side. This Rels going to look towards the inside. James brakes a little bit too late. Whoa, got a little bit of contact there. Whoa. Bez's getting close. Rels gets ahead of James there. Got a few hard runners, as I suspected. Barrett with a drive-through, of course, going to have to box at the end of this lap, or within the next few laps to save that. I think we've also got Chris and Marco Rosso, so I think a little bit of a chain reaction from a few drivers, as there goes Mr. Robert on Ferret. Is Ferret going to give it up though, because of course his teammate is just running in P4, so I don't think Ferret wants to give this up and try and benefit his teammate. Chris right in the back of Tractor. Tractor dropped to P7 at the start. Madge still holding strong in P6 on the back of Joe. As well as going to look for a move on Mr. Ferret. There's the outside line into turn 14. Ferret is going to hold the inside. They're going to go side by side, I think. Now Ferret just backs out a little bit as he boxes for his drive-through. So now we will look towards James Stoss and Mr. Joe. So race leader Mr. Robert now. James has dropped to P3, but he is on the less tyre wear compound, obviously. Those on the mediums probably will struggle towards the end. As you can see, P3 to P6 all on the hards. Got Meldrum and Biz getting close. Meldrum does get the move done up in a P9 he goes. Obviously only points for the top 10, so could get some spicy battles going on for some points paying positions. Got Expo getting a move done on Raw Rinsen side by side going into turn 7. Expo with a good start, who started in P17 up to P12 now. The Williams, good little getaway for him. To be fair, Ferret's not too far behind, it's only about 10. Whoa, got a spin! A half spin actually for Viz. Didn't quite fully spin. Got Blondie making a move on Ted. Blondie gets past Ted into P7, what a move. Big Blondie into turn 11. Got Meldrum also getting ahead of Ted. Oh, we've got a spin. I think Viz Dino's dropped it on the exit of turn 13 there. He dropped all the way down to P17 now. This Ted gets past Big Blondie and also Meldrum on the inside. Into turn 14, has a little bit of front lock up, but gets the move done up in a P8, goes in Meldrum. Good start from the Haas driver. As Viz gets ahead of Rawrins and up to P16. Got a new fastest lap for Rels, a 1:35.1 on the mediums. Got to get a battle. Gav's had to box. Bit of damage for Gav maybe. Oh, we've got a huge squabble going on in the mid pack. Obviously Expo just on the back. But these points paying positions now. Blondie, what a lovely switchback from Expo. On the exit of turn 4, can he get a move done? Can he complete the move on Blondie? With the run into turn 6. Blondie just breaks a little bit too late. Oh, he just misses the McLaren of Cali Boy. Can Expo get a good run into turn 7 now? Viz had another spin. As Blondie shoots ahead with Expo, so it looks like Expo's just going to have to settle in for a little bit here. He sends Blondie a little bit wide, so he could pick up a good exit out of turn 10. Then he get a little move done. On the run turn 11, I think he's just a little bit too far back. They're going to come back to this little battle for the lead now. Rels and Mr. Roberts. He will have some DRS usage on this lap. Robert takes the inside line, trying to break the slipstream a little bit. Joe is going to fire past James. Mr. Robert just holds on now to P1 ahead of Rels. James also holds on to P3 as Expo goes down the inside on Blondie. Up into P10 he goes. What a great start from Expo and the Williams. P17 all the way up to P10. He's within the points now. Infinity also from P16 up to P12. Oh, as he runs very wide at the final corner. That would have a commentator's curse there. Madge holding on to P5 actually. Staying up, keeping up with Joan James, which is very good for her race. She can keep a little bit of DRS. Oh, as Rels has gone for a move and gets it done into turn 6. Rels leads the sprint for the first time as Viz retires on the pits, unfortunately for him, as his teammate is running in P5 in this race, just ahead of Tractor. He's got a little bit of a gap to Ted behind. As you can see, Meldrum about a second back. Caliboy pretty close to Meldrum now. Meldrum may become vulnerable if he does lose the DRS on Ted, which I think he might have. So Caliboy could be looking at a P8 in this race now. We're going to look back towards the battle for P1 though. Mr. Robert has got about 3.5 tenths now on Rels. It's very confusing him being called Dexter Morgan. I keep on going to call him Dexter, but you know. Here comes Mr. Robert. Outside line into turn 14 and gets the move done with the DRS. Rels hits him up the bum, but he lets him go. James joining the fray now. Getting some DRS on the lead in the 2. Caliboy, he didn't quite get a move done on Meldrum actually. Meldrum does go deep though. This could give Caliboy a good run into turn 1 here. Meldrum saving a little bit of battery. See if Caliboy can get a little move done here. Quite close, he's going up to the inside line, just avoids contact with the rear of the Haas. Meldrum does put himself wide though, and this will give Caliboy a good little run into turn 6 if we can get a good exit. Looks like he's just fallen a little bit too far back to make any move. Expo just in behind with a great start. Can he get himself up to P8 in this race actually? Get stuck into this battle, get some places made. Oh no! Commentators curse once again. Expo drops it on the exit of turn 6. I'm surprised Infinity hasn't been able to make much inroads on Expo. He's got Lily on the back of him now. Gibby up into P14. Makes a move on Raw Rinson. Go on, Gibby. Go on, Gibby. Up to 14th in the Williams. Battle for lead. So Mr. Roberts comfortably out front now. Just under a second, but so he's got a nice little gap to work with there. Joe, right in the back of James actually. He got close. Caliboy not close enough to make a move on Meldrum just yet as he brakes quite late. That braking zone is so hard. James has dropped a little bit of time here. He actually doesn't have DRS on the leading 2. Gibby and Rawlinson put a little bit of a scuffle for P14. Rawlinson just gets the move done. As you can see him just alongside Gibby into the final turn. Gibby stays ahead, they both go off track. Rawlinson is going to have the DRS though. As you can see, on Gibby's left hand side, Rawlinson will get that place. Coming to 14th, goes the Sauber. Oh, as Meldrum's dropped it on the exit of, I think that's turn 5. Very unconventional way, place to spin out. That now puts Expo up into P10. Blondie's got back past Expo there. Interesting. Expo's lost a little place. Blondie now on the back of Caliboy. And Blondie get a little move done here. Tractor in his beloved P6. His favourite position. So back towards the leaders. See if Wells can get a move done on Mr. Robert with the DRS advantage. So lap 6 out of 10, only 4 laps to go. James is pretty close towards the back of the Mercedes. Marge holding strong in P5. Just drop back a little bit off the leading 4. So got one back here. Expo right in the back of Blondie and Caliboy again. Lily and Infinity getting closer as Infinity goes deep. Billy's definitely struggling here. Not sure what's going on. Lily running very good race actually in P12. Ferret and it looks like Chris and Ferret have caught the back now, near enough. Only a few seconds to go. As Chris follows Ferret's line through the last corner and gets a penalty. Ted now on the back of Tractor, so can he get back up into P6 in this race? As the battle for the lead is looking very close actually. Rel's just 2.5 tenths behind. We're very close to James as well. Our championship leader sitting pretty in P3 with a better compound towards this part of the race now. I would assume the hards are going to feel a lot better than the mediums now. Expo looking favourite to get ahead of Blondie now. Down in P10. Saying that, I think Blondie may have just got DRS off Calibre. But Wells a little bit too far back to make a move on Mr. Robert once again. Well, it does break late though. James has a little bit of a look. Can't really get the foot down early enough to get a little move. As Chris Downs overtakes Givy. Givy down to P17. The Chris does have a penalty though. Oh, James got a great run on Rells. He has the outside line for turn 1. He's going to go for it. James round the outside. Going into turn 3, he thinks better of it. Couldn't get the move done. It's a great effort though. They go for it as Expo gets up to P9 ahead of Blondie now. As Joe watches on this battle for P2/P1. It was a good run on the Red Bull. Didn't quite go for a move though. This battle for the lead is going to really heat up toward the end. There goes Ted down the inside of turn 6. Been trying to get a good switch back on him though. Looks like Ted's just going to keep this one. And he does. Ted up in a P6 in the Aston Martin. Good move. Imagine the battle for the lead as well. Good to see her up there. Blondie's still hanging on to the back of Expo down in P10. Expo just trying to fight to get DRS on Caliboy. Don't think he's going to get it this lap. I'm saying that, he's just got within a second, I think. Yeah. Expo will have DRS, I think. Should do anyway. Right, anyway. Tractor with the DRS on Ted Head. It doesn't look like there's going to be any changes in the top 5. Tractor now goes for a move down the inside into turn 14 on Ted. Will Ted get a better exit though? It looks like he will. They're going to go side by side in the final corner, I think. Tractor thinks better of it and sits in behind. Will get the DRS on the main straight though. So here he comes. Can he get ahead of Ted now? Looks like he's a little bit too far back, so Ted does keep place up in the P6. Ooh, very close. Rells and Robert getting close in the battle for the lead. As Rells going to look for the inside in turn 6. Oh, Robert runs a little bit deep. And Rells have the outside line for turn 7. Not quite. Robert just gets a better exit, so he's going to have to sit back. Just for this lap now. Rells and Robert getting close on the penultimate lap of this race. Meldrum overtakes Gav down in P18. Blondie currently on the cusp of points. It's looking quite safe actually, because Infinity's about 5 seconds back in the fight for P11 with Lily. We'll lag a little bit, so we're just going to go back to the Oh, James loses the rear end and loses the place to Joe. A little bit of a hiccup from our championship leader there. He loses the place. He'll still have DRS, but lost him a point just by that little slide. And I was making inroads on Mr. Robert, not quite. So we are going to go into the final lap, I'm assuming, with Robert in the lead. Tractor and Ted getting close once again. Ted just stays ahead though. It's going to be a close battle to the end between these top 4. Ooh, well, I was looking for a little move here. Going to try and take the tighter line. Infinity gets a 3-second penalty, so that will drop behind Lily at the end of this race. Has got the move done on Ted. Putting a P6 he goes. The RB overtaking the Aston Martin. It's been a good battle to watch actually between these two over the sprint race. But this is what we really want to see. 4-way battle for the lead on the last lap. So we have a few connection issues to be fair. Cars are glitching all over the place, but gotta make do. Half a second to gap. Canwell's got a good enough exit to warrant an overtake. I was Joe gonna absolutely burn his battery down the straight. Joe could well go for a move here. Much better of it. Ooh. Well, it was a little bit deep. It looks like Mr. Robert is going to take it. So we head towards the final corner. As Robert rounds turn 16 to the line and he's going to take victory in the sprint. What a drive from Mr. Robert. Wells comes home in P2. Joe rounds off the podium. James P4. Madge sits in P5 very nicely for her. I think Ted just got a 3-second penalty for track limits. Tractor comes home in his favourite P6. Ted P7. Caliboy P8. Expo and Blondie round out the points. Infinity is going to drop to P12. Lily picks up P11. It's a very good finish for the Haas. Barrett comes home for P14. We've got a little battle between Chris Downs and Meldrum now. A little battle towards the line. Well done, Lily. That's a great try, to be fair. Gibby comes home for P17. Finished ahead of Gavin Marco Rosso, who actually moves up to P16. Another dry session. Looks like Ferrets will run on board with, yeah, with the first driver out. So yeah, the big Bob. It is Mr. Alex Tractor, sitting P6 in the sprint. Good little finish. Got some good points after overtaking Ted on the last lap. Looking to build on that on the softs. As he rounds turn number 8. One of the most demanding corners on the track. Tractor on his outlap, just going down one of the longest straights on the game. It's very crucial that you save a lot of battery for that straight, as that can gain a lot of time. As he runs the final couple of corners to start his flying lap. So he rounds turn 16. So he doesn't validate, and he doesn't. Right, here we go. Our first timed lap of short quali for the race. Into turn 1 we go. Turns 1 to 3. Quite simultaneous. Saving battery, as you can see, with a non. Into turn 4. Looks like a very good exit from Tractor this time. Very competitive through the first sector. Sets 24-2 in the first sector though. Into turn 6 we go. See if we can get a good exit. Looks like he does. Uses a bit of curb. Uses all the track to his advantage. They run into turn 7. Again using all the track. It's looking very solid so far from LX Tractor. Rounds turn 8 into turn 9 we go. Very easy to run wide on the exit turn 10. as we saw by Expo in qualifying, I'm pretty sure it was. Into turn 11, and now 12. Trying to get the rotation in. Turn 13, get the best exit possible. Has about 30% of battery to work with. He probably would have hoped for a little bit more down the straight, as he is probably going to run out of battery pretty soon. See most of the cars out on track now, so traffic could cause a problem for a couple of drivers. Around turn 14 and 15 we go. It's a very good lap. Obviously he has used all of his batteries, so that's not going to help him too much. To the line, first benchmark is going to be a 33.1 set by track. Oh, that's pretty decent. Here comes Lily, and Lily sets a 34.4. Rawlinson goes P2 with a 34 flat. Expo also with a 34 flat, just about 200s ahead. Zerel says a 32.7, that's a competitive lap from Mercedes. Ferret rounds the final turn, 2 set A, 33.8, that's a good lap from Ferret. Puts him in P3, it's pretty good. So we're on board with Mr. Infinity, as he is on the run to turn 11 and 12. He got a lot more battery than what Tracker did for this long straight. Looks like we've got a Haas off at turn 1, which is not ideal. Toby's put a proper setup on this time, as he was doing sprint quali and this whole sprint with a default setup. As James settles just in behind Rels, very close between them two, about 300ths of a second. Ted goes P4 as well. Billy rounds the final turn. It is a 33.5, which will put P6. We've got an Alpine just in behind, I think it's Viz. No, it's not. It's Madge. Imagine, oh, I just saw someone in the gravel. Lily! Yeah, who have we got on a lap? Chris Downs, Meldrum. Meldrum's gone off. Meldrum's not going to lap. Neither was Chris. Viz is invalidated. He's had quite a disappointing few sessions. Retired from the sprint. Hasn't been yet to set a lap. Gav is invalidated. Wonder if Farrod's going to charge up for another lap here. Guy boy gets out of the way of the car. But he's definitely not on a lap. Madge isn't. Ted is not. James is not. I think Ferret might be. No, he's not. I've got no laps. Other than these lot back here, which I think we're all saving for another lap. We will run on board with Mr. Chris Downs. That lap is not what he said. That's just a cool down or a start up lap. Through turns 3 and 4 we go with the Ferrari. Did pretty decent in quali in the sprint. Got P11. Unfortunately got a drive through off the start because of a chain reaction with the man in P9, Mr. Ferret. I don't know who started it, but Ferret and Marco Rosso were also involved in the drive-through incident. Through turn 7 we go. He's got quite a lot of battery to work with as well, down that big straight. That is crucial for him. Number 69 in the prancing horse. He rounds turn 10. He's 12 seconds up. He's on for an all-timer. 70% to burn. That's very nice. Yeah, Chris has been looking a lot quicker lately, to be fair. 10 minutes left of quali. Oh. Chris rounds turn 14. He's got a little bit of battery left. To the line as he rounds the final turn in the Ferrari. What's it going to be? 33.9, which puts him into P10. That's not bad. So we've got James Doss doing a lap. Never mind. who we got? Here we go. He's the big man, Mr. Robert, our sprint winner. Started in P2, converted that into a win. Obviously taking home a full 10 points from that session itself. Into turn 14. It's a little bit wide. So he gets some good rotation though. He sets up the final turn. Got about 20% of battery to burn. Here he goes to the line. Mr. Robert is going to be 32.4, which is now the new benchmark. The man on provisional pole in that Martin. 32.4, that's a very good lap time. We've got Alex Tractor on a lap. We do. I don't want to watch him again because you already did. See what else on the lap. Axel Thunder's not. James is not either. Got Marco Russell starting a lap, we'll have a look around. Yeah, we'll look towards Marco Russell in the Salva stepping in for GB and Jack. The run turn 11. Pretty sure they got a good exit now. Heavy braking on turn 14. Runs a little bit wide in entry. Seen a lot of drivers doing that actually. Running a little bit wider than they need. I feel like the tighter line through that corner is more optimal for your lap time. Or as Marco just invalidates before the line, you just got caught in the curve. That's very unfortunate for him. Looks like that's head out on that. That's good. There we go. Oh no! The man in P4 is retired at turn 3. I think he's crashed actually. There's our first crash of the day. 10 rounds, turn 14. Don't know if he's up or not. I think he might be a little bit down from what I've seen from the timing screen. To the line, what's it going to be for Mr. Ted? He improves slightly by about 200s. Meldrum shoots up a P5. What a lap from the Haas. The man currently sat in P23 in the standings, just goes up to P5. What a lap. I think his quality pace is really good. Let's hope we can convert that into some good points. Hello Expo. Cali Boy 2 tenths up through the first 2 sectors. First sector actually. On the exit of turn 10. With the run into turn 11. I know you're driving. Been spectating. Through turn 13 we go. Run to the final corner. Here comes Cali Boy, the reigning champion. Joe Rundell's teammate to the line. Goes up to P8, gains half a second on his previous lap with a 33.2. This is a very competitive quality. A lot of great lap times being set by these drivers. Robert is not on a lap. KB on 1. Blondie is not. Yeah, I think it didn't lose on that. KB going through sector 1. Well, sector 2 now actually. Got some good battery available. As you can see, there's between 5 and 7. There's Meldrum's retired. Like he's gone straight on into the barrier. It's not great. Don't think he maybe believes he's not improving on that. It's a very good lap time, to be fair. He needs to try and convert some points for the struggling Haas team currently in the standings. Obviously, the point system in the race, top 16 get points. The winner gets 50. So, a little bit different from your average F1 race. So here comes Gibby into turn 14. Gibby to the line. Going to put a P18 with a 35.9. Is Dino on a lap, I think? I hope. I think he definitely is. He's saving through the corners to try and build his battery up. I think after Viz we will head on board with one of the front runners as we are coming to a close qualifying. Only about 3.5 minutes left, so I suspect drivers start coming out shortly. This will be Viz's first and last run in this quali session. Don't think he's got enough time to get back round and into the pits after this one. Slams on the brakes in a turn 14. Takes a nice bit of curb. I think that is definitely the best line through there. Taking as much curb as you can on the inside. As he swings it through the final corner, it looks like the car stuck very nicely. What's it going to be for Viz? Going to pull a P9 with a 33.2, which puts him just ahead of his teammate. Yeah, we are going to run on board. We have Rail starting a lap. It's going to be interesting. The man currently sat in P2 is a couple tenths up, I'm pretty sure I saw. I can't remember. He hasn't got much battery to work with. He's also saving battery into turn 14. He's got a Ferrari up ahead, so hopefully he gets out of the way. Maybe the McLaren might feel, Mercedes might feel a little bit dirtier through the final corner. As you can see, runs wide and invalidates. That as well as his quali session over, as he also did improve by 1.5 tenths. As we're going to run on board with SSL _ EXO _ Thunder. I don't know what I read his full username out, but you know, it is what it is. We'll start to see the times flying in as we reach the end of qualifying. This will be everybody's last run. Every 10th counts, of course. Calibor retires on P8, so that is his quali session over. As Joe gears up to start his final lap of quali. DRS and overtake enabled. Down the main straight. You can see Ferrari in the background. Swings it into turns 1 to 3. Pretty sure to get the car lined up nicely for turn 4. It looks like he has done that very well. Trying as much rotation as you can through the tricky left-hander. Get a good exit as well. Into turn 6 we go. He's about 0.08 of a second up. Is that a nice exit? For the run into the flat-out left-hander of turn 7. Over about 7th gear before you hit the brakes. Try and glide it through turn 8 into turn 9. Try and get as much of the curb on the inside as you possibly can to get yourself a good run out of turn 10. He's got plenty of battery now, about 80% you'll be looking at for the line. As so we do see a purple second sector there for Joe, so this could be very promising. I didn't quite see how much he was up on the timing sheet, but yeah. as Infinity Code P8. Did he? I don't know if he said that before. Raw runs into P12 as Joe runs off turn 14. Big Blondie's finished in P16. As Joe rounds the final bend, what is it going to be for the McLaren driver? It's going to be a 32.7, which puts him in a P2. That's a very good lap. Gained half a second on his previous time. Wells is about a tenth and a half up. Robert is a tenth down. Oh, James is 3/10 up. This could get very close. The man in the Red Bull, the championship leader, improving a lot on his time. Through sectors 1 and 2. What happened? What happened? Sorry, I'm tired. James rounds turn 14, goes a little bit deep. Picks up a good exit though. Into the final turn, what is it going to be? Further championship leader, Mr. James Stoss. To the line. Oh, he's just going to slot in behind Mr. Robert. Oh my goodness. 160 in the pit wall. Madge goes P5, another great lap from Madge. She's really enjoying this track, it seems. Because Mr. Robert goes quick as with 32 flat. Beats James by a whole half a second. I can't see anybody beating that one. So it looks like it's going to be a pole position for Mr. Robert here. As Ted slots into P2, so got him an Aston Martin front row lockout. That is very impressive from both Astons there. See where Billy is as he dies. That's going to be it. That is your quality session done. A front row lockout for the Astons. Championship leader in P3. I think Joe's in P4 at the end. Magic game with another impressive quali in the Alpine, up in P5. P6 actually. Oh, you got Rolls in there, I forgot about Rolls. Track that does not get P6. That could be a good omen for him. Meldrum P8, Billy in P9, Kellyboy P10, Ferret P11. It's not bad, 33.2. Looks like a very quick grid today. Viz in P12, Expo P13, Rollins in P14, and we've got Chris, Gav, Blondie, Lily, Marco, and Gibby rounding out the grid for your race. So here we go to 5 red lights for the main race here. It's lights out and we are underway. Both Aston Martins get a good start as Ted comes to cover off James. As you can see, Wells shoots up the inside of both. Wells with a double overtake. Up in a P2 he goes, what a move. Oh. As Ted has pushed James very wide. James lost a lot of places. Joe is up in a P2. Have a look at the tyres here. Ted went for a move. He gets ahead of Madge. This is chaos, I must say. Oh, Madge and James getting very close. In turn 7. Robert with a 7/10 advantage on rails. We've got the top 2 that we did have in the sprint already there. Oh, as Madge goes wide and James is going to pick up that place pretty easily. See if Meldrum can make a move. Meldrum up in a P7. What a great start from a Haas driver. She has the inside line on Madge. And we'll get it done though. Oh, as Chris Downs has gone wide. Off the track. Oh, Viz making a move on Blondie. So James, our championship leader now, pretty far behind the leaders. Already over a second now. Ted chasing up at the back of Joe. The leading 2 have really got away. About 1.5 seconds now. Margot's lost about 2 places towards the back. Billy's got ahead of Gav. Also Ferret as well. Ooh, got a big battle there. Expo and Blondie again. They were scrapping in the sprint as well. Oh, there goes Ferret. Side by side with Tractor. Tractor does have damage. I wonder where he's got that from, I'm not too sure. Can Ferret get a little move done on the sister Red Bull car? Not quite. Tractor keeps place. Got a big DRS train forming with Joe at the front of it. Oh, Ted hits the grass. Nearly spins out. This is going to bring James back into play now. Can James go for a move in turn 11? Ted might let him go to get the DRS. Can be close. Ted will get DRS on James. Madge just in behind as well. Madge could even have a look at James on this straight. This little battle has lost him a lot of time on Joe. Joe's in a little bit of no man's land now. James makes a few defensive moves. Nice and fairly, side by side, into the next corner. It looks like Ted's just going to get out in front. Ted indeed does keep a place. Tractor and Ferret fighting once again. Billy watching on behind. Oh, this is going to get close in the last corner. Oh, Billy just running a little bit wide. This is going to give this a good little run. Madge very close to James now. Chris Downs gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. Billy and Tractor are getting... Oh, look at this four-way scrap. Four-way scrap for P8. Oh, Billy! You put your nose in a place where it shouldn't be there, as Ferrers went for an absolute send. Oh no, Expo Live has been spun for turn 6. He drops all the way down to P19 now. There's the huge battle here. Oh, Ted's made a mistake. Ted's dropped to P7. No way, Ted's just missed it. Meldrum on the hards up to P6. Very impressive start from the Haas. Look at the position changes. Tractor down 4, Marco Russell 4 towards the back. Meldrum up 2, Rels and Joe up 2 as well. Coming back towards the tyres and the battle for the lead, where Rels is looking to the inside for turn 14. Can we have a lead change in this race? Robert looks good for a switchback here. Makes a little bit of contact with Rels, who just tries to cover him off. As he forces Robert a little bit wide there, and he's going to get the DRS. So I think Rels is going to take the lead of this race. Is Robert going to fight? He's going to push him to the outside. Side by side through the first few turns. Robert has the inside line. Whoa, it's looking very close. Still side by side. Going into turn 4. Rels does have the inside now. Can Robert go for a lovely switchback? Rels just covers him off. Gives Robert no road. And Rels takes the lead of the race. Oh, his tractor's dropping like a fly now. Dropping like a stone. All the way down to P12 now with his damaged, unfortunate for him. Madge is keeping on to the back of James. His tractor's making a little move on Viz. Viz on the inside, Tractor on the outside. Oh, Tractor with the damage just doesn't have the rotation of the downforce to make any moves. I think for Joe's sake, he really needs to get involved. Oh, as Ted's gone wide again. Ted dropping back quite a lot now. Struggling around this track, to be fair. I think he only managed P7 in the sprint as well. Around sat P3 in the championship. Having a little bit of a struggle today around this track. Oh, we have another switch for the lead. Mr. Robert covers off Rels. Rels has the inside line though. Thinks better of the move. I think he's thinking more, I'm going to get DRS for the main straight, but he is about half a second back, so I'm not too sure if he can get a move done. Robert does move on to P1. Let's have a little look. Down to the run for the first turn. Oh, as Meldrum gets us the penalty for track limits. Ooh, Rels switches to the inside very quickly there. Robert just does enough to cover him off. And Rels drops to P2. Robert back in the lead. Saw a battle between Infinity and Ferrer. Looks like Infinity's lost 2 places. Oh, as Gav comes across Tractor, who's spun off into the gravel. Looks like Gav just cut off Tractor there in the first turn with the damage. I think Tractor's race could be over now. Unfortunate man. These lead 2 cannot be separated. Joe can't really make any solid inroads, just sat about 1.5 seconds back, with James Struggling to get DRS on Joe as well. Oh, as we got Ferret. And Ferret is round at turn 8 there. Ferret drops to P15 in the Red Bull. This guy gets a warning for track limit, penalty for track limit, sorry. Going back towards this lead again. Looks like Mr. Robert is going to have a good run on Rels with the DRS. Israel is going to make a move, not quite, he's just going to sit behind. Oh, as he bumps him a little bit up the arse. Around the final corner, going on to lap 6. Infinity gets a move done on Biz. That'll be side-by-side action going into the final turn here. Who's going to come out in front? Looks like Billy. Biz will indeed have the DRS advantage though, going into the first turn, so he's going to... Oh, Infinity comes across, and Biz is lucky not break his wing there. That was quite a late move from Billy there, to try and cover off the Alpine, who was steaming through with the DRS. Ferret gets out, Marco Rosselwing runs deep. Oh, what a double pass from Expo. Oh, has he got a spin? Oh, Chris has hit Ferret. Tractor's retired in the pits. That's unfortunate for him, man. Unlucky. Not quite being his race. That was quite a good synchronised spin from Ferret and Chris there. Showing off for the cameras. So you've got the Winter Olympics going on, I think they'd be impressed. Terrell's sat about half a second back. Mr. Robert. Got 7/10 to be fair. James is also right. Oh, we've got a spin for Ted! Ted is off! And he's round again. Ted just can't get going here. Ted is backwards in a very daunting place when we've got cars shooting at you with high speeds. Ted now down to P15. Just ahead of Ferret now. As he got Lawrence and dropping without the DRS. I think Expo will go for move here as well. Lawrence and loses nearly 3 places. He does lose 3 places. Never mind, 2. Expo just gets it, slots behind. Oh, I think Biz Dino is coming to the pits. He has. That's a very early pit stop off the mediums. Only done 5 laps on them. Maybe 6. As we are now on lap 7 of 28. The leaders still separated by about half a second. Meldrum sat behind Madge with a track limit penalty, but quite a huge gap between P6 and P7. Got Billy sat in P8 on the mediums. Hopefully he's not running a default setup anymore. I don't think he is. Blondie sat pretty nicely in P9 after starting P16 on the grid, so that's been a good start for him, making up 7 places since lap 1. As the leaders are going through turn 13, so we're going to run on board, see if there's any change for the lead. Looks like James is going to be licking his chops as he sees Joe about half a second in front of him with the DRS here. Let's see down the straight if Wells can make any good inroads on Mr. Robert and actually go for a move. Not quite as James gets ahead of Joe into P3 now. A little bit of contact again between the leaders. It's not ideal. Wells just in behind. He will get DRS down the main straight. So James has been let loose. See if he can catch this lead too. Don't think Wells is going to quite get the move done. Scav overtakes Expo into turn 14. Scav runs a little bit wide. Ooh, got a battle for P5 here. Meldrum and Madge getting close. Whoa, got a little bit of contact, but Meldrum does get the move done. The hard tyre is proven to be the better tyre right now. Got another big battle between Expo and Gav again. Expo just keeps the lead. Hello, Tractor. Unlucky, man. Expo and Gav get very close on track. Oh, we've got Meldrum in Madge once again. Yeah. On to the next, man. On to the next. Gavin Expo having an absolute ding-dong for P10 here. Expo looking to claim P10 off the Ferrari. Whoa, we're getting side by side into turn 9. This is not really where you want to go side by side. Ah, man. Will we get better soon, bro? We're only about half a second back now off Billy. This could be a move for the V-Carb. See if we can make any good inroads on Billy. Whoa! Not quite, but Billy does go off the track, and this gives Blondie a very good run into the final corners. He does get the move done on the Mercedes. Is the Mercedes going to give it up, or is he going to slot him behind with the DRS? He also runs wide. I think their mediums are just going off now for the Mercedes car. Still have Madge into the box. See, here comes Billy. Oh, got a little bit of game physics. I think Billy may have went for a gap that wasn't really there. I mean, it definitely wasn't a car's width considering they did make contact there. I don't know, I think Billy went for the outside, but there wasn't really a car's width to really go through, so I think it was inevitable. This guy gets up in a P9, he overtakes Rawlings in there. I'd say this hard run is a really benefit now with the tyre wear. Will one of the top 4 go for a little strategy change? You can go for a little undercut, or will anyone go for a one-stop? That's what you've got to look out for here. Obviously, we saw Lele in Tier 2 do 20 laps on a set of hard tyres and actually make it to the end. So, it's definitely possible. Obviously, we do want to go watch the Tier 2 race. That stream is up on the channel. It's a very interesting race as well. Some good battling going on. Looks like Mr. Roberts starting to pull away slightly from Wells. Joe just sat in behind James for now in the dirty air. As Madge is also boxed for a new set of hards. I think I already said that actually. Billy gets 3 seconds. Not good for his race. The battle for... Oh, Meldrum gets another penalty. Now 6 seconds for the Haas. Oh, as Gav goes pretty deep, and Rawlinson's going to try and pick up a place here. Can Rawlinson go for a move for P9? Oh, Expo just in behind there. Nearly got cut off by the Sauber. We've got some side-by-side action between the Sauber and the Ferrari now. Going into turn 6. Rawlinson on the outside, Gav on the inside. Looks like it's going to sit behind. Oh, I think Meldrum may have had a moment in... Oh, he's all over the place. Wow, not too sure what happened there. Meldrum in turn 8 just having a little bit of an oopsie. Billy now chasing up towards Blondie once again. Oh no, I think Rawlinson just had a little accident as well. He dropped a few places. Ted now back up to P10. He just made like a triple pass, because I swear to God, Marco, Raw and Expo were ahead of him. Crazy. Missed that. Ted will get the DRS on F1 Gav now. Here comes Ted Head. As you can see how far away the leaders are now. The top 4 is about near enough 10 seconds ahead of P5. Oh, as Ted spins into Gav. Oh no. Gav's not going to be best pleased with that. Meldrum's retired in the pits. Oh no. He's doing so well. The Haas team, also already struggling for points, is not looking great once again. Joe's still on the back of James. Could be looking at a few pit stops coming up. Oh, Gavin Rawlins and getting close once again. As you can see, Marco Rosso making up some good inroads in front. Marco Rosso with the P9. We've got some good side-by-side action here. Rawlins and just has to back out, and there goes X4. What a move around the outside. Contact free, that's a lovely move from the Alpine. As he gets another lovely switchback and double pass from the Alpine. That was great from that angle. That was Madge. It wasn't Expo, it was Madge. Lovely double pass from Madge. Obviously on the fresher compound, but still great car placement. She looks to chase up to the back of Marco Rosso, maybe get some DRS advantage. We'll see down the straight if she does get some or not. She doesn't, unfortunately, but Joe within that set. Oh, Joe! Oh no! Joe gets a 10-second penalty for speed in the pits. Ah, that's really damaged his race. We do have Wells, James, and Joe all box for the hards. As Rawlins and gets ahead of Gav. Look at this, how close they are. Crazy. Joe will be kicking himself for that, man. He's doing pretty well. Up in P4. Oh, we've got a Williams of XPO Live getting involved. I don't know why I thought it was Expo in the Alpine. He's in the Williams. Joe got a better exit than Expo here. Only turn 6 we go. Can Joe keep the place? Oh, get ahead actually. And he does. I've got a spin for a McLaren. I think it's Caliboy actually. Caliboy's had a spin at turn 8. A few spins at that corner there. We have 16 laps left. So near enough about halfway. Miss Roberts still out in them medium tyres looking for a one-stop in the Aston. Actually, as I say that, he does come into the pits. Oh, he goes really... Oh my goodness, he nearly hit the barrier there. And he also locks up into the pits. See what he puts on, assuming the hards to the end. Yes, he does. Back towards... Oh, his Caliboy comes into the pits as well. We've got a little gap. Let's see how Mr. Robert comes out compared to, well, oh, we've got Blondie involved. Blondie and Robert side by side. Looks like Blondie's just going to have to back out. Obviously Robert on the new tyres. Blondie on the 12 lap old hards. As well as goes to the inside line through turn 5. To the outside for turn 6. Actually, no. He gets ahead of Blondie. Wells up in a P2, who just misses the back of Robert as well on the brakes. Joe with the 10 seconds, he's going to have to lock in. Just every lap's a quali lap for him now. Will he serve it in the pits or will he try and keep it to the end and try and extend that gap? I think he probably will keep P4 in this race after Blondie pits. I think he's definitely capable of keeping that place. There goes James on Blondie. James unleashes himself into the top 3 once again. And Joe got a good run out turn 13. So he will get some DRS as well. So have a move for the lead. Wells once again overtakes Robert with the DRS. Moves in to P1. Oh, Chris has a little bit of a spin and also gets a track limit penalty for that. Not great. The two leaders separated by about 3.5 tenths. Got the Ferrari of Chris Downs into the pits. Head all the way down in P12, wow. As Madge overtakes Gav up in a P80. She goes. I think you said P. Oh my goodness. That's very much. Oh my goodness! As Robert has just spun Rells, I think the Rells reset a track. He was completely round and he spawned back in the middle of the track, so I think that's a little track reset from Rells. I'm not going to sit here and be FIA because that's not my job, I'm a commentator, but that looked to me like a reset on track, which is not allowed. As here comes the championship leader. James starts making a move for the lead, he locks up a lot and he goes deep, but he gets it. Joe and Rells now side by side going into the final turn. Here comes Mr. Robert on James again. Drama. Love a bit of drama. He's got about 7 tenths. Robert definitely did spin Rells at turn 11. That's lost Rells a place to James. Looks like Joe's just sticking in there. See, Mr. Robert's just extremely quick. Even James is struggling to keep up with him now, as you can see. Rells and Robert have just got some extreme pace on this track. James does get DRS though. Gotta be careful because Robert could well pull away in this lap. Rells right on the back of James now. Could be interesting, the two championship protagonists. Can we see a little battle between these two? See if it gets a little bit fiery as well. Rells is definitely not one to back down from a fight. As Blondie takes off, Blondie and Expo takes off them hard boots, puts on a new set of mediums to the end. Good one stop done by them today actually. Blondie, Expo and Rollins and also boxes. So that one stop is probably on for them. As Mr. Robert looks to be pulling away now. A bit of a snap on the curb there. A dangerous curb. Easy to spin on that. Let's go through turns 9 and 10 once again. For lap 16 out of 28, so we have 12 laps to go. In the final stint for most of these drivers. Maybe a few on a 2-stop within these top 7. Gav's still out on the hards that he started on, so looking like a good one stop for the Ferrari. So here comes Rells, about 7 tenths off James, going into the DRS zone. James looks to save a bit of battery. I think Rells might go for it here. Oh, as James outbrakes himself slightly. Rells isn't able to make a move. Joe with a 10-second penalty. And he's got Madge 13 seconds behind, so I think Joe was looking dead set for a decent P4 here. I feel like this battle for P2 is really going to heat up soon. Oh, we have Infinity make a move for P6. It's kind of come from nowhere. There he goes. Let's see. Those, there's actually boxes. Yeah, so Infinity has 3 seconds worth of penalties. But he is quite far ahead of Ted. Yeah, about 3 seconds, so have to get interested looking at them. So there's big laps on him. Well, was about 2 tenths of back from James. Going through turns 7 and 8 now. They're really starting to struggle around China. This is going to be a huge battle. Oh, his Cali boy's gone off. Oh god. He's really had a moment in the exit of turn 4. Here we go. Can Wells make an overtake on James here? Oh, Cali Boy's retired on track. Oh no, this could be a safety car. Oh, Wells is at the back of James. Let's hope there's no safety car. You're not supposed to retire on track. Here comes Wells. Into turn one, he's going to switch to the inside line. Oh, we've got a battle between the top two in the championship here. Ooh, looks like a little bit of contact there. James has the inside line for turn 4. This could be getting interesting at turn 6. We've got a little bit of contact. Looks like Rells just barged away past James a little bit there. And Rells has made the move up to P2. Joe sat about 1.7 seconds behind this battle. See if James can stick with Rells. I mean, Rells had some great pace so far, so we'll see. Ted and Infinity are looking close on track as well, so we'll look towards that battle pretty shortly. What, 10 laps to go? Half a second now between these. Oh, Ted has a big snap on the back of Rells. It's like Chris Downs has just made a move on Bizdinu. Never mind, Chris loses a place to Bizdinu. Is on the fresh hards down in P13. Well, here comes James on Rells, side by side, going through turn 14. He goes a little bit too deep. He will have the run with the DRS and going into turn 1, but I just have a little snap. That's going to lose him a tenth or two. Not ideal. He needs a good last corner. I think he got it. Here he comes. Steaming in the Red Bull. Outside line for turn 1. Here we go once again. Oh, as Rells comes across. A little bit of contact between the top two in the championship once again. As Madge pits off of the hards to go onto the medium. I will monitor that. On the hards or the mediums? Let's have a look. On the new hards, okay. That's a harder tyre allocation selection by Madge. Half a second in it between James and Rells. Obviously, apologies, the connection is not great. As you can see, the car's glitching all over the place, but we gotta just roll with it. Take it in. Right, so we've got about half a second once again between these two. Let's see if James can get a go. I need to stop looking at the onboard. Here he comes. Half a second in it now. James, is he close enough to make a move? Not quite. He will once again have a decent run on Rells into the first corner. Madge looks to be on the back of Marco Rosso. Try and make a move into P11, hopefully. Yeah, looks like James is going to have to settle in behind Rells for now. Try and make a move on the next lap. And lap 20 out of 28, 8 laps to go now. Looks like Robert's dead set on for another victory here. Robert, with his pace, proving a big problem in the championship here. Looking for a sprint win and a race win in the same weekend. As there goes Ferret. Oh, he goes wide and Rollins and picks up the place, open a P9, goes to Sauber. Madge, quite close behind as Ferret pulls into the pits. First second pit stop of the day. So does Marco Rosso. So the closest battle we've got is actually for P2 between James and Rells, which we are going back on the DRS straight. Rells with about a second advantage though. Got a battery to work with compared to James, but I don't think James is going to be able to get close enough here. James slams on the ankles into turn 14 there. Gets a car stopped pretty nicely. Oh, as Madge gets her first crack on the penalty of the day. Here comes James. Got half a second. They're quite close towards the apex here. James is going to look for the outside. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get a move done just yet. James is still there though. Still sticking in. He can definitely make a move with him in the next few laps if he really goes for it. Looks like he might have had a spin for either Chris Downs or Gav. I think it's Chris Downs down in P13. Spinning at turn 13. Coincidentally. Gav on the back of Viz. Gav showing some good pace in the Ferrari. Madge just catching up with Raw Engine. Here we go once again. Rounding turn 13. Let's see if James can get a better exit this time round. Looks like a decent exit actually. Got about 7.5 tenths. That is doable. But he really plows on the ERS. It's going to get close towards the end of the straight though. Well saving his battery. Looks like James is going to have to settle in behind once again for the main straight. I think this is where James has got a better chance going down the main straight of turn 1. See if he can get a move done here. For half a second then. Wells is once again going to save the battery. Can James get close enough to make a little move? Going to once again look to the outside, but he just doesn't have enough room and grip to go for it. So once again he's just got to sit behind Wells and hope for a mistake. No Albon. It's been a lot cleaner, I must say, but it is what it is. It's been a fun race actually. Good racing going on between everybody. On half a second, it's just about going again, luckily. So no safety car just yet. Chris Downs does retire in the pits. As here comes James Stoss. Wells comes off the inside. James Stoss steaming to the outside. Wells looks to go very deep. And this could give James a good run into turn 1 once again. So, 16 runners left, so guaranteed points for everybody. Oh no. It looks like James hasn't got a good enough run at turn 1, as you can see. It's very glitchy, so I'm going to have to switch back to broadcast once again. Apologies for the glitching, it's just my farmyard internet is not very good. As Marge gets ahead of Blondie now, over to PH he goes. 6 laps left. Ted and Infinity still having a scrap for P5. Expo running nicely in P7 as well, he's had quite a good race. I look at the position changes actually. Yeah, as you can see, Infinity up 4 places. Pretty good race from him. Expo up 6, Blondie up 8. That's very impressive from the V-Carb. You got Rollins up 4, Gav up 4, Margalos up 5, Give you up 4 of course. We'll go back to the tyres. Oh, here we go. This is very close between James and Wells now. On lap 23 out of 28, we've got 5 laps to go. Looking about half a second. I think James looking very good here. Got more battery than Wells. As Wells shoots up the inside. Runs James off the track as well. So Wells just keeping ahead of this P2. Not for long though, I think James could have a good run. He's a bit too far back. Looked like Mercedes just ran James out of room. going in to turn 14. Oh, we got a spin. Yeah, it's Gibby. Is it Gibby? I think it is Gibby. As long as Gibby finishes the race, so it's guaranteed points for the Williams team. I think she'll be happy with that. Oh, Infinity on the back of Ted. Looks like Ted's actually got the move done, but Billy will have DRS. Heading towards turn 1. Oh, I don't think he's close enough. Not quite. See if he can go for a move here. It's quite tricky when you place your car right. When the car in front places his car in the correct position, it's so difficult to overtake, as you can see with where Rouse has put his car and where Ted just put his car, defending against Billy. It's in hindsight a pretty tricky corner to overtake, actually. You think you've got more room on the outside, but you're just going to lose a lot of time by doing so. As Rouse has just pulled away slightly here, about 8 tenths, dropping pretty quick. He's about 8 tenths. Going into the DRS zone. I wonder if James will just save a little bit of battery and hope he gets a good run into turn 1. As you can see, Rouse flashing now. Lorenzen on the back of Blondie down in P10. Looking to overtake the V car to move up into P9. About half a second back. Could be a good little battle brewing there. Yeah, it looks like James is just way too far back now. Lap 25 out 28, we've got 3 laps left. I want to see some battles. Here comes Lorenzen. There's a DRS on Blondie. Here he comes. Over into P9 goes Lorenzen. Blondie tries to hold her on the outside. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there. Lorenzen just lets Blondie go. You feel he may have come across Blondie a bit too much there. Oh, as Lorenzen shoots up the track as well. Lorenzen go for a little bit of a switchback. Ooh, Blondie's left a lot of space on the inside there. I think if Lorenzen just had a bit more grip, he could have gone for that. Oh, James has fell out with DRS now. I think this could be this podium set. And the both battery got so stuck on board. James looking to get some DRS for the main straight, so could drag him a little bit closer. Expo get to within a second of Infinity now. As you can see, James does get some DRS to help him on his push for P2. XPO does not get, oh it doesn't. Expo does get DRS on Infinity, so that will drag him closer as well. Got have a few battles towards the end. If Mr. Robert gets us out in lap 26. James got half a second behind Wells. So we can have a good little battle for P2 towards the end. Well, he just has to battle it now. Here comes Expo. He's going to run back on board just about a second. To the second cycle we go. After sticking at about 7.5 tenths to 8 tenths. Oh, Expo. Going for a move on Billy. That comes from nowhere. Look at Expo was quite far behind there. It's made a great move. Well, Blondie and Lorenzen are getting close, going into turn 4. Expo just has to sit behind Billy. Can he get a good switchback going into turn 7? He has the outside line to the inside for turn 8. This is looking to be a great move for the Williams. Oh, a little bit of contact. Nice and clean though, and Expo does get the move done. What a lovely move that was. Oh, so here comes James with the outside line in 7.14. He outbreaks himself and loses the rear. I don't know what's that. Fucking flicked off it. James just loses a bit of momentum out the final turn. It's a little bit too far back on rails, so we move on to the penultimate lap. So this is, I think James only got 2 more chances with DRS now to get Wells. I think that was probably his best chance yet. So here comes Infinity with some DRS and Export. Export does outbrake himself and they both lock up. Ooh. Through goes Madge. Through goes Madge. She's on the outside for turn 14. She actually takes a brilliant line and gets a great exit on the Mercedes of Infinity there. Through goes Madge. Double overtake for the Alpine driver. Moves up into P6 obviously with a penalty, so... and there goes Expo and Infinity, so Infinity losing 2 places and 2 corners there. As far as gets a penalty for track limits. That's going to drop behind Marco Rossi. This is the battle we all want to see though. Overalls goes a little bit deep. Here comes Jamie about 7/10 back. We got to get exit onto the back straight. These tyres are going to be absolutely screaming for grip now. Here he comes. Both pretty late. He could have a move going into turn 1 here. James got a good chance with the DRS. He needs to just send it through his last corner and just get a great exit. Ooh, this could be close actually. How much battery has Wells got? Not a lot. This could get very close going into turn 1. On the final lap now, James does go for it. Oh, Wells just covers him off there. This is the final lap of the race. Miss Robert 6 seconds out and out in front. My heart is beating. This is getting tasty. Blondie is on Raw having a battle for P9. Get onto that in a bit. This is your battle for P2 between Rels and Mr. James Stoss. Marco gets a 3-second penalty, so that is not going to help him in his battle with Gav and Ferret down in P14. I think James has got a great chance here. Obviously you can see they're both flashing, trying to save as much battery as they can. Will there be a little bit of DRS chicken maybe? Could well be. Rels is just ahead, as you can see the green on the front left when James goes slow. Here we go, this is it. This is the battle we all wanted to see, and we're going to get it on the final straight. There's 1 move from Rels, and there's 2 to switch to the outside, and there's 3 moves. James has the outside, Rels has the inside. Oh, I switched up it again. I think Rels is just going to keep that there. So Rels keeps a hold of P2. As to the line, Mr. Robert wins the race. What a great drive from the Aston Martin there. James comes over for P3, Rels P2. Did move a bit on the straight though, but on track claims P2. Joe, with a decent P4, with a 10-second penalty, will still keep it though. Ted will come home for P5. Wait, does he get another 10 seconds? I think we'll get that taken off actually. Well, yeah, anyways, here comes Ted. P5. Oh, Blondie and Raw are very close. Oh, here we go. Oh! Raw gets the switch back and keeps P9. Expo with a very impressive P6 finish from where he started on the grid. Blondie comes on for P10, pretty decent. Biz P11. Looks like Ferret's going to come on for P12 here. That has been your race. Gav claims Marco claims P13 actually, because of Gav's penalty. As Lily is the last to cross the line. As Lily rounds out round number 6 of China, as you can see, weaving across the line. And that has been your race done. Been a long one, that. Full 4.5 hours of commentary we've done tonight. Phew. I'm ready for bed. And some food. have a look at our podium once again. As you can see, cleanest driver goes to James Stoss. Driver of the day, XPO, also overtakes Blondie, but Mr. Robert with a race winner and the fastest lap. Oh, did it? No way. Let's have a look at your race results. My throat is done. There you go. So you've got Robert, Rels, James, Joe, Ted, Expo, Madge, Billy, Rorinson, Blondie, Viz, Ferret, Marco, Gav, Lily, Gibby coming on for points. Then out the points, all DNFs, Chris, Caliboy, Meldrum, and LX Tractor. There's your sprint results as well, actually, just have a little look through that. That's all top 10 get points, of course. So this has been Mr. Manzi himself. That sounds very, very gay, but we move. This has been me. It's been a very successful day of streaming, actually. We've finally reached 50 followers on the channel, so that is much appreciated by everybody. So this has been me. Thanks for watching, and see you.